Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord, hopeful elect, scattered abroad. I'm the brother Taza War from the New Jersey camp. And just back at you again this morning, once again. The water, Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, for allowing me to be able to do another lesson, another morning, another day, you know, to hopefully edify those of the hopeful elect. All right, I'm watching the brother from Hours of Indignation, another video he posted, I'm guessing from like YouTube, from TikTok, maybe Instagram or whatever. But I seen this video a little bit before, but I would like to chime in and give a response, you know, because, hey, you know, the time is ticking. The time is ticking, all right? And, you know, the drums are beating upon Jacob's trouble. And like we always get into sometimes is, you know, you women, you know, the women of Israel, the ones that believe, all right, you women know this truth, so it's better for you to, you know, strive in perfection as much as you can to serve Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, and most and foremost, if you have a husband, serve your husband and make him happy, you know, and do the best you can do, all right? Now, you understand that 2/3 of the Lord's people are going to be destroyed, and a lot of the 2/3 are more so women than there are men, all right? There's more women than there are men. So, you know, it's best to take heed. Now, this chick in this video, she kind of stating some facts and some good pointers, you know. So, you know, fair use, not using this video for monetary gain, all right, just for educational purposes. Fair use. All right, so without further ado, let's play the video.
Because the same person, the same people that you stepping on and looking at is the same people you look to protect you. When these white men start going crazy or whatever, and the world start going all in chaos, the same people that's against all the black people, guess what? When they get rid of the black men, who gonna protect you now? I really want to know. I really want to know, what's your plan? They finna be mad at me, but I'm finna say it. Somebody gotta say it. I'm always saying my thoughts. I'm always let the truth fall out my mouth. I'm not finna cater to nobody. I'm gonna just keep it real every time. So we don't love the black man no more. The amount of excuses for disrespecting the black man makes me sick. It makes me sick.
All right, so before we go on, and I'm gonna probably wind it back, because like I said, I want to chime in on what she's saying. First and foremost, we're not black, all right? The so-called Negroes here in America are not black. You know, that was the name that's placed upon us for evilness, for negativity. I don't care what they try to spin it to. It's off. We're not black. Nobody on this planet is black. With different shades of brown. In fact, we're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And until, you know, let me say, when the elect gets sealed and delivered, that's when you're going to realize that the Israelites were the chosen people of the Most High. All right? And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, West Indians, so-called Haitians, Hispanics, y'all are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right? So we're not black, the tribe of Judah. Okay? So I get what she's saying, because, you know, it's an assault. You know, the so-called black man is an enemy, you know, to his own woman and also to Edom and the other nations. And these women done went beyond, you know, into dissing the man of their nation, which really every other woman of other nations want him, you know. But on the flip side of that coin, the so-called Negro, that nigga, all right, that's his mentality. It's a hip-hop thug life mentality that, you know, nobody could deal with, you know, and that makes him I would say in sort of way ignorant, because the word ignorant means to not know. So they don't know what they look like. They don't care what they look like. They're not ashamed. They think it's okay to, you know, sag their pants. They think it's okay to be a nigga, you know, to talk like one, walk like one, show other people that they don't give a fuck, you know, that attitude, that conduct. That conduct is called nigga, you know, and we all was once part of that, you know, because that's what we saw, that's what you knew, you know, depending on where you from, how you were raised, you know, you was raised into that until the Lord pulled us from the world. So we're no longer niggas, we're brothers, and the same goes for you sisters, all right? You no longer those bitches, you become sisters waking up to this truth. So just making a point, we're not black, you know. It's the second video, like I did a video yesterday, what's his name, 12 Keys or something like that. He was saying the same thing about black men waking up and all that. Well, get that out of y'all minds. We're not black, all right? And that's that identity crisis going on again. Jake still don't know. They may know this, they may know that, they know this, they know that, but they don't know their identity. They don't know who they are, you know? So let's continue.
People that's against all the black people, guess what? When they get rid of the black men, who gonna protect you now?
Right.
I really want to know. I really want to know, what's your plan? They finna be mad at me.
Right. Hey, and that's a fact, because once these men get caught in these wars, all right, be drafted, you know, E coming to have his way with him, with his military. A lot of you Israelite women, you so-called black women, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna need him. When it's no, hey, before that, you know, they saying that no food stamps, of course, might be not given next month, November, because the government shut down. How are you going to get food? A lot of you don't eat. Like, I was talking about this with my woman, and I ain't gonna spill the beans, but still, I'm gonna just say this. A lot of these women, for one, they don't cook, okay? So they don't really go shopping and buying food. They buy processed food for their children and things like that. But when the shit go, when the going gets tough and there's no food in your commercial supermarkets, these women don't even know where else to go to get the food, because there's other places to get food, you know. So they might resort to the hood, what they call that, food pantries. They might, you know, because that's been well known among Jake in the hood, going to the food pantries and standing in line. But you're gonna have to do that with Northern, because Northern is taking tack right now. Northern right now in the food pantries is going ham. They there racking up with all that. When grandma and them, the so-called black women back in the day, used to take advantage of that and used to have food in the house. Just being straight up, it might have been the best food, but the food pantry was full. You know, it was something in there. That's why when it wasn't nothing to eat, you was able to go through that cabinet and just put something together. Because grandma had, you know, grandma stood in line and she did her due diligence and went to the food pantries. Always had that cabinet full, man. But that so-called black woman today, she ain't on that. She ain't on that because she don't even cook. So she don't have the knowledge of other places besides the commercial supermarket. And everybody's gonna run to the commercial supermarket, and it's gonna be nothing on the shelves, and they don't know where else to go. All right, because you don't cook. You don't cook, and you don't give a shit. You feed your children processed food, you know, McDonald's, fast food, and all this bullshit. But there's other places to go, you know. So let's continue. Salakia.
I'm gonna say it. Somebody gotta say it. I'm always saying my thoughts. I'm always let the truth fall out my mouth. I'm not finna cater to nobody. I'm gonna just keep it real every time. So we don't love the black man no more. The amount of excuses for disrespecting the black man makes me sick. It
like I said, I'm gonna be pausing the video and chiming in. If you want to see the full video, go to the brother's page, Indignation of Arrows, or Arrows of Indignation, excuse me, and watch the full video if you would like to do that. All right. But I want to bring this precept out, and you brothers, you sisters, y'all know the scriptures. So what I'm doing, I'm just singing a song. All right. For those that need to be edified, hopefully the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua edify you. All right, and seal you in your faith. Okay, toward the Lord, man, to be saved. This is the book of Isaiah 32:2. It says, and a man shall be in hiding place from the wind, and a covert and a tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. It didn't say a woman, it didn't say the government, it said a man. And obviously that man would be one of the Lord's men, which is one of his elect. All right, that also makes me think about Revelations 21, how the Lord said the house of the Lord, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. It's not ran by women. You know, the tabernacle of the Lord is not ran by women, it's by men. So who would the Lord will be dealing with when it comes to man and woman? He'll be dealing with the man. All right, not the woman. You know, so that, you know, it makes me think of that precept, Revelations 21, right? So it says, and a man shall be in hiding place from the wind. Now that wind, it's not just a wind outside. That wind represents destruction, right? And it says, and a covert from the tempest, right, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So imagine, you know, you're in the desert and it's so hot, and you find shade to rest and a cool breeze. Well, that would be one of the Lord's men. You know, it will be like, you know, it would be like it's a safe haven, it's a place of rest, you know, comforting. The Most High said he will comfort us. He will send the comforter, all right, to comfort us. The scriptures say, comfort one another with these words, knowing that we understand the gospel. The gospel is what? Good news. Good news to who? The Lord's elect, the Israelites, man. You know? A great rock in the weary land, right? Salaki, I'm losing my train of thought. What else I wanted to go over? Let's read the NLT version. It says, each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in a desert and a shadow of a great rock in a parched land. All right, I knew what I was thinking about. I want to go to another scripture, which we all familiar with. We're familiar, okay, with this scripture, with these scriptures. This is Isaiah 13:12. He says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So that man will be one of the Lord's elect, because it will not be any man. It ain't going to be your regular ninja out here. Okay, it's going to be a man of the Lord. All right, who the Lord is going to have his angels encamp around, you know, and have a hedge over. Okay, it says a man shall be more precious than fine gold, and it said more precious than fine gold. See, gold is precious because it's hard to find. It's hard to find, but guess what? A man is going to be more precious than gold, man, than fine gold. That's the Lord's elect. So yeah, he's going to be like a shelter. All right, he's going to be like a shade. He's going to be like water, a stream of water in a dry place. But these women, these so-called black women, y'all diss the so-called black man, right? You know, you commit adultery on him when he out here busting his ass to try to make you happy and have a family, and then you out here behind his back committing adultery, you know, sleeping with other men. All you bitches, you wicked ass hoes, shit got me tight. Cause word, bro, women be on dating sites and shit, talking to other men, having messages back and forth, and as soon as you get into it with your guy, with your husband, all of a sudden you on a date, or this nigga comes showing up, you are talking about you going out with the girls, and it's a fucking double date. You and your girlfriend going to a lounge to meet 2 other niggas that you met on a fucking dating site. Excuse my French, but you know, you women gonna pay. You gonna pay. These Israelite women, because it even trickled down to the Northern Kingdom too. Don't get it twisted, bro. When they come here to America and they find and they see and they get attracted to that black woman, that so-called black woman, and her nasty behavior, her sassiness, and her sassy and nasty, and they get acquainted with that behavior, that shit it's contagious. You know, it's like the Northern got to do it too. You know, that sassy and that nasty shit. You know, that behavior that they have, man. You know, but she's particularly in this video talking about the so-called black woman, you know, hating the black man. What you gonna do? So let's continue, you know?
Had them. Baby, he put his life on the line every time he walked. I hear things like, oh, well, we had to have their babies. We put our life on the line when we had to have them. Baby, he put his life on the line every time he walked out the door to make sure you have everything you need to take care of that baby. His pain and suffering and being worked, enslaved, and having his back broke down, his legs hurt, his knees on fire, his feet on fire, to make sure you have everything you need for that baby does not stop. And then his life is on the line because it's always constantly being threatened. Because he wants to provide for his family. It's crazy to me. But we're going to ignore that, huh? We just want to talk about how you had to push him out or how you had to get cut open. We're just going to disregard what he does to support us through that. Now, I don't think y'all understand some of the jobs these men have to do. Let me tell you something. The father of my kids, he drives tanks. He got a bomb strapped to his back every single day. Okay? Working 12-hour shifts. Life on the line constantly. That threat is right there. One wrong move and it's boom. Just like that. Over with. Just so I don't have to worry. You can't tell me I don't respect that man. We not together. But baby, I ain't gonna disrespect him.
Alright, well I gotta push back, because it's like if that's good, you know, you respect your husband like you're supposed to. You're not supposed to get a brownie point for doing that, but that's what you're supposed to do, right? But my question is, why you not with him? Now I don't know the situation. Maybe he, you know, put it off with her. Maybe he put her away, you know. But she still respect him because she had a father in her life. That's another thing too, that these women, they didn't grow up with a father that has structure. You know, like you can have a father. Oh, I know my dad, and your dad, he's a ninja in the world, or he's just a Gentile. You know, he has this American philosophy way of life. So a lot of these men, they give and do whatever for their daughter, regardless of wrong and right, and that's not good. You know, so now, you know, now his daughter is in a DV case. You know, dude done went upside his daughter's head because she probably couldn't keep her hands to herself. She probably couldn't close her mouth. But then she say, I had my dad, but your dad didn't give you no good structure how to honor men. You know, this woman here, she talk like, you know, she honor the man that she deals with, which is good, whether she with him or not. That's good. But you ain't supposed to be applauded. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. But see, it's applauded because women out here, the Israelite woman, well, let me say the so-called black woman, since we on that case, on her, they don't do it at all. You don't see none of that. You know, you don't see none of that, man. But like I said, I wanted to push back on her because my thing is, why you not with him then? But then again, I don't know their situation. He could have put her away. Who knows? You know, maybe she committed adultery. I don't know. Who knows? They're in the world. They're not claiming to believe in this truth. I'm pretty sure she's not following the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and keeping the commandments to the best of her ability, you know. But, you know, why you not with him if that's the case? Maybe she still is with him and he got 2 wives. Yeah, hey, you know? Hey, but let's continue.
Nah, but thank you. I have no problem telling that man thank you. And you stay safe, you drive safe. Do not text me.
Yeah, because obviously, you know, he's making enough money to still support her and his child. So therefore, she probably still don't have to work. So he might be taking care of her, not being with her, and maybe he got another woman.
Call me if you need me. 100%. 100%. I be hearing stupid stuff like, when we be in survival mode. Let me stop right 100%. I be hearing stupid stuff like, when we be in survival mode. Let me stop right there. Let me stop right there. Baby, getting grown and moving out your parents' house, filling out a job application, turning in a resume, going to a job interview so you can have the money you need to pay your bills, take care of yourself, feed yourself, and wash your ass does not mean survival mode, baby. That just means you are an adult.
Right.
Y'all got the definition fucked up. No, I ain't never heard of, I gotta pay to get my hair done, I gotta pay to get my nails done, I gotta pay my own bills. Baby, I ain't never heard of accessories and looking good being a part of survival. Nah. I thought survival meant your life is on the line. And the things that you need to take care of you are actually hard for you to get to. So you gotta scavenge out here and try your best. You're bleeding, okay? The people that's over here in survival mode are the homeless people, okay? And the people out here fighting these goddamn wars. Them people was in survival mode. You're not gonna tell me that you gotta sit up here and pay to get your nails done and your eyelashes done and spending all this money. It's nah.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, that's that dumbass social media lifestyle that they admire. You know, other women trying to, what they say, what's the saying? Keep up with the Joneses. And these women call it surviving, accessory surviving. You know, keep her hair done, keep her nails done, everything like she said. You know, stay in a dating game. She got to keep her looks up as if that shit matters. I'm telling you right now, your fucking looks don't matter. I'm telling you. You know, yeah, men love the way a woman will look and what she, you know, what the Most High gifts her with. But it's really about what you could do. You know, it's about what your behavior is about. It's not about the outward appearance. Like, yeah, it plays a point when you want a beautiful woman or a woman that looks good, but it's more so about a spirit, you know? And these women gonna find out the hard way when you starve to death, all right? And your children starve to death, you know? Because that's what it looks like is coming. This prophecy is coming to pass, you know? And really, the famine, more so being of food and water, that's just a lack of food and water. It's gonna be food out here. It's gonna be clean water to drink. But it's really a famine which is going to be on His word. You're not going to be able to get through this because you don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, and most and foremost, the Rakak Badash, the Holy Spirit, where the Lord sends it upon you to help you. You know, that's why you women, the scriptures talk about a woman paired with her man. It said a woman shall be saved in childbearing. You know, the Lord deals with the men, and if the Most High is willing to deliver you, He's going to set you up with one of His men. All right, because it's all about a body. You become part of the body. You know. So let's continue.
But y'all want to get mad at me. Y'all want to talk about that. That's fine. That's fine. I just feel so bad because it's like, you know, the black man, he did so much to protect and open things up for us so we can do it for ourselves. Give us knowledge. Y'all can give credit to the white man all you want to, but that black man, he stood beside us. And we neglected him when it was time to be by him. And that's the part that makes me like, what the,
Hey, I hear her, but the cold truth is, the raw truth is that a lot of you black, so-called black women are about to be rejected. That's the hard truth. That's the raw truth. It's not about your ass cheeks and your face structure. You're about to be rejected because you're rejected by the Lord. and you're gonna have to suffer the judgment for the sins you committed. Yeah, it's gonna be written. It's written already, man. A lot of you are 2/3. You know, it ain't gonna just be where you gotta see. Hey, you see it now. You got a lot of so-called black men raping these so-called black women. You know, and that's going on now. So you imagine when the 911 get cut off. All right, sedition among men, invading one another, as the prophecy go. 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16. A lot of the raw truth is that a lot of these women gonna be rejected, and these dudes in the world, they don't believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You got if they misusing you and manipulating you for some box, what you think they gonna do in that day? Get the box and tell you to get moving. You know, you women should have been striving to be wives. That's a whole nother level of a woman. All right, which the word woman means servant, but that's a whole nother level. A wife is not in the category of a girlfriend. She's not in the category, you know, just with a regular woman. She's a wife. She belongs to someone. You know, she's very much she's very much needed. You know, a wife is much needed. She plays a major role in a family. But now you women want to become strippers and shit. You want to go on what's that shit? You want to make all this money. You want the bag. You want to shake the ass for the bag and shit. You want this lifestyle where you don't need a man, where the government shut down. What happened when your daddy, your government daddy, is not giving you your benefits? That's what's coming to pass, man. All right. Then you think you're gonna look toward the black man because he's supposed to, so-called black man, he's supposed to just come to your need because you in need. Nah, a lot of you going to be rejected because the Most High rejected you.
Okay. You see, it goes to show what kind of man you had in your house. See, my father would never, ever, ever let us get away with so much disrespect to a man. Never. No. See, when a man come around, he inserts structure.
See?
Sense.
See? So that tells me all. That's why she's speaking the way she's speaking. Because she had a father that was in a household with structure. You know, you don't raise your voice to no man. You know, hey, if your father, you don't back talk your father, your mother. Shit, even if you back and talk and going to, you know, coming up against the mother, the father step in, what the fuck you doing? You know, a lot of these so-called black women never had that structure. As soon as a guy start getting on them because the bitch going off, she start yelling back at the nigga. You ain't my daddy. Who the fuck you think this is? This nigga yelling at me. Yeah, you never had your father yell at you when you was young, when you went off. You never got disciplined. So now when a man come disciplining you, your man come disciplining you, and why he disciplining you? Because you're going against him. You're usurping authority over him. You're not listening. So now here comes the error, the confusion. And now you got to yell and then you got to argue. And then these bitches got so much pride that they're not willing to let him so-called win. Okay, if they call it the win, you're not gonna win. They want to keep continuing the argument to hold their ground. You know, as if they not supposed to humble up. You women supposed to humble up. Because you the female. Alright? You're the woman. It's not about a man taking tack on you. You know? But women are not women anymore. So ain't nothing to cry about. What happened? What's gonna happen and what's coming real quick is coming. Right? As we can all see, the Most High have rejected you. So now you about to suffer. Just like that good old evil attitude you got, that evil forehead of adultery written on your forehead, oh, you about to get it. Y'all black women about to get it from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's coming.
Things is getting all chaotic. The first thing a woman look for is a man. Some of y'all women is ungrateful.
Yep.
See, some of y'all feel like y'all too powerful. So y'all feel like y'all can walk on the black man, step on the black man, spit on the black man, talk down to the black man. Wow. Y'all really let that government get to y'all.
See?
Y'all start making a little bit of money and then y'all forget y'all place.
See?
That's I could I know my place, and it don't make me choose me and make me a woman of sense.
Now, I can tell, you know, the father installed her structure growing up, but what backed the father was her mother. No, praising her father, you know, so that the children, all right, so that the children can honor the father, because the wife is supposed to honor her husband. And if the wife show the children that she honor her husband, the children will honor their father. So this is a woman that most likely had both her parents in her life. I don't know. I'm guessing. It seems as though the way she's speaking, you know, I'm spiritually reading her, you know, because it's a two thing. It's a twine thing. The husband first, then the wife. Y'all both play a major part, and it's beautiful for the children. So when the children grow up, they will never depart. They will actually take care of you. They will actually go out here, and the Lord could bless them, and they'll go out here to benefit you. But these women, boy, y'all got to learn the hard way.
Because the same person, the same people that you stepping on and looking at is the same people you look to protect you. When these white men start going crazy or whatever, and the world start going all in chaos, the same people that's against all the black people, guess what? When they get rid of the black man, who gonna protect you now? I really want to know. I really want to know, what's your plan?
Right. What's your plan? She ain't got a plan. Her plan is what we just heard the other day was they gonna rob Walmart. They gonna go in there stealing. They gonna do what they gotta do. He's foolish, bro. Another cat, this Jake, I saw a brother, I don't know what brother put the video up, but it was a TikTok video, and this Jake was like, y'all women are dumb. He was like, don't you know Walmart put in a system already to catch thieves? You're gonna go to jail. And he's right, because I remember watching a couple episodes on YouTube, you know, them clips that they show, you know, criminals getting arrested and shit. And Walmart, they do got a system in place. He named it, I forgot the name of the system, but they been had it in place because they, you know, people been shoplifting from Walmart heavy over the years. So you're gonna go to jail, and then you're gonna not be able to take care of your children, right? And when it really gets the fog really gets thick, how you gonna defend yourself? You're gonna get great. That big old booty of yours, that sloppy obesity butt, but you think it look good, you're gonna get great out here. You're gonna get used and abused, you know, popped and dropped. All right, because dudes ain't staying with you. You ain't his wife. He gonna pop you and dish you. You women women are stupid, bro. Israelite, oh my God, y'all stupid, bro. Y'all just throw yourselves out there. You just a waste of life. No value, nothing, because you sleep with all these different men. No value. You know, you got a dirty spirit, man. A whore has a dirty spirit. You know, the hell with the outward appearance. It may look good on the outside, you know, and very enticing, but her spirit is dirty. That's good for nothing. You know, you was born in vain. You could have been somebody's beautiful wife, you know, and a beautiful mom, a honorable mother to talk about, you know. But instead, you want to be the whore, the harlot. But anyway, you know, that's basically it. You know, I gotta go. You know, the Lord reject a lot of you black women, and y'all gonna be rejected by the men. He ain't coming to your aid to rescue you. The scriptures talk about the men destroyed in the wars. So it's gonna be a lot of women to men. And fulfilling Isaiah 4:1, scripture says 7 women shall cleave unto one man. And that one man, once again, is one of the Lord's elect. All right, 7 is a number that means completion. So it could be more than 7. All right, Isaiah 4:1. All right, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, to take away your shame. You know, your shame of being a harlot. You know, you're ashamed of being a hoe, to be delivered. You know, and that's not going to be done just out of survival. You know, one girl, yeah, you got to survive. So what you think you're going to fake it till you make it? That ain't working. So I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.